Hello.
Hello, hello.
Ooh.
Hey, Andrew. Good to see you.
Uh-huh.
Bruce. Oh, good. Bruce Stores is here. I have a couple of questions from you. How are you guys doing? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm just starting out with this. I don't understand any of it.
You're in the right place. You're in the
Yeah.
right place. Welcome. All right. So I have a couple of questions you sent in, Bruce. And Andrew, do you have questions and topics you want to talk about today as well? Just so I can plan for time. Or if you want to just hang out and observe and learn stuff, that's completely welcome too. Just want to get a sense of what we'll cover today. So if there's anything particular you have, Andrew, you're welcome to pop that in the chat and let me know.
Hey, hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, thanks. I had a little
Good.
malfunction with my earphones, whatever.
Oh, okay, got it. I don't know if you heard, I was just saying I have some questions Bruce has sent in, and if you have questions or topics you want to talk about, Andrew, let me know. If you want to pop them in the chat, or
Okay.
we'll pause when we get to a good breaking point.
Okay,
So,
great. Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and dive in. Bruce, I have a couple of questions you asked, and I'll just start with looking at these. You were asking about, first of all, giving someone else access to your account. And by the way, just before we start, this is office hours for XP, and we have separate
Mhm.
office hours for Go Plus.
Yes,
So if you do have Go Plus questions, I'll invite you to go over to one of those sessions, and the experts there can help you with that.
sure.
But I can take you through anything and everything to the best of my knowledge you need to know about XP. So, Bruce, you were wanting to know about giving someone access to your account as a first thing. Is that
Yes,
right? You wanted to give your programmer or designer. So you can definitely do that. And generally, you typically won't want to just give your own admin credentials. You want to give someone, of course, their own way to log in. So the way you will do that is by adding them as an additional team member. I'll show you how to do that. And what this is going to do is just create their own magic link for them to use. And that magic link already contains a password. They won't have a password outside of that they need to remember. They will just have a unique magic link that only is for that person, and they'll click on it and it will take them into your regular admin account.
okay,
So I'll walk you through what this looks like, but just to know what to expect, it's just going to create a magic link for them. And then, of course, if you need to remove access, when you're done with your contract with them, you can just remove them as a team member. And then, of course, somebody doesn't have ongoing access to your account. So I'll just go ahead and share my screen and show you what this looks like. I'm here inside an admin account. And on the left here, we've got all these tabs to access the different places in your account, including your courses and your students. And to set up an additional team member, we're going to go to your account section. And once in account, we're going to go to the tab called Team. And you'll see that since I use this as a test account partially, there are just some practice invitations here. But all you're going to do is click add and put in the name and the email of the person. And you're going to send that. Once you've sent it, you'll see status invited, and the person is going to receive an email with an invitation to accept, and they'll click a link to accept. Once they've done that, it will say active. So that means that this email address has an active magic link. So now this person has their own unique magic link. You can get to that person's unique magic link by going to this little menu right here and just clicking copy magic link. So you could email this magic link to the person if they needed it, if they needed to get into their account. You can just go into Team, grab their magic link, send them an email, copy and paste it. And again, that magic link will take that person into your account. They'll be right in the same place you are. We do not have at this time different permission levels, so they will have access to all places in your account. But that'll be how they get in. And of course, when you need to remove it, when it's done, you will just delete it, and then it's done. Makes sense? Any
Yes.
questions about that? And let's see. You also asked about using the graphics in XP. Let me check. Wait, are you talking about like the little
Like,
default templates, or tell me
uh,
what graphics you're thinking?
the celebrations, at the
Mm.
end.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I have another website outside of this. Uh, I'm a driving instructor.
Cool.
So so we have something called yourdriversedonline.com. So
Nice.
we're approved for the state of California. And there are some giant companies that have online driver's ed, and they're in all the states that approve it. I'm just in California.
Gotcha.
They
Okay.
they each spend $38,000 a month on online advertising.
Yeah.
So so when I was starting out, I can't do that. Maybe I can spend $1,000 a month. I was a former
Gotcha.
high school teacher and coach,
Okay.
and I came up
Beautiful. Yeah.
I
So
came up with this idea where, hey, I know, uh, I'm going to make my classroom driver's ed, which way back when, that's all they had. I'm going to make it into a high school fundraiser.
cool.
And anyway, it's evolved from there to where I approach all these ASB advisors all over the state of California and say, if you want to use our online program and promote it to your school, the parents pay $24.95. I return $10 of the $24.95 to your school's
Got it.
ASB.
This is awesome, Bruce. I love it. Sounds like you're in a really fantastic place to do something different in the driver's ed
Yeah.
space, make it more interesting. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that's
what,
great. So you had a question about the celebrations. Was that
well,
that
so what
question?
I'm asking is, all right, so when an ASB advisor agrees to sign up with us, there's like a little onboarding thing that they go through, and and uh and listening to Marisa, I've added some um inside of each chapter that the kids complete a chapter. There's a little celebration in there. And
Wonderful.
I just go to, what is it, Giphy.com, and There's
Let
something
me
on
go ahead
there.
and jump in. So you want to add celebrations when they complete a module or a training? Is that
Yes. Yes.
wonderful? Yeah, we can definitely do that. Let me go ahead and just run you real quick how to set up a celebration. It's actually pretty simple. And then we'll hop over to Andrew's question about target goals and
Sure.
getting things checked off.
Okay.
So, if you are going to add a celebration at any point in your course, this is a fantastic thing we suggest throwing in, especially at unexpected places to keep the energy interested and going. And the way you're going to do it is you're going to open your course from the courses section here. And you'll see the first thing you'll see is these basic steps that will walk you through setting up a course. This is a nice walkthrough here. And
So
step
I have a
six,
question. But so my online driver's ed, it's not part of Experientify. Is that still going to work?
to use Experientify, you will create a course on the platform.
Okay.
So Experientify hosts your courses. We're not like
Okay.
a plug-in to something else. It actually is a standalone platform to host your courses.
Okay.
Make sense? All right. So when you're ready to set up your celebrations, so you've added your content, you're going to go here to step 6, celebrations. And we're going to go to create new, and we're going to pull up a celebrations gallery here. And we could take a long time exploring this, but I'll just give you the overview of exactly how to do it.
Sure.
If you click View Celebrations Gallery, you'll
Mhm.
see a bunch of pre-built celebrations we've done. Let's say you want to celebrate them for getting a bunch of points and you want to use this one. You can preview it right here.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys can hear the sound through my
Fun.
speakers, but
No.
it's got a little fun sound and the graphic. And so if you want to use that one, you're just going to go ahead and grab it, say use celebration. And what we've got right here is a token, and this is used loads of places and anywhere you want throughout your course to personalize it in all kinds of fun ways, their first name being the most obvious. And of course, you can customize this. You can add emojis. You can create your message here. And you can customize like the length of time it lasts and things like that. Once you're happy with it,
Cool.
you'll save and
Mhm.
exit. Yeah, you can choose, and you can mix
That's
and
great.
match like sound effects and
Mm.
graphics.
Go back in and check mine out.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Set that up however you want. Once that's done, you'll see your celebration here. It's got a name, which you can change if you like. And then this celebration needs a trigger. For it to happen, it needs a something to happen that makes the celebration play. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a trigger whenever we want it to happen. I just clicked add new, and I'm going to choose from my event, my list of options. Let's say I want this to happen as soon as they have completed their first training. I'm just going to select that. And right now I have a silly kind of placeholder name right here. So that's the title of my training. I'm going to create event. And then very, very important, I'm going to make sure to turn it on.
Mhm.
Once it's turned on, now as soon as a student completes training 1, this is going to play for them. And again, it's great to pepper these in at unexpected places so that it breaks up the predictability. Great for driver's ed because obviously you want to keep their attention,
Mhm.
keep them interested, and you can play with that in lots of fun ways.
Some of
So,
some of the kids that I've spoken to when they've completed the course, I said,
mhm,
"Well, how did you like the celebrations at the end of each chapter?"
uh-huh.
And two kids said that's all I thought about
Ah, that's
was
great.
what's going to be the next celebration.
That's perfect. Yeah, it's surprisingly powerful.
Variable reward.
Yep, yep, yep.
Thank you,
Cool.
Expo.
Awesome. Well, let's
Yeah.
go ahead and hop over to look at Andrew's question about the the goals and checking them off. And I see Judy joined. Welcome. Judy, if you have questions or topics, go ahead and pop those in the chat, and we will move through as much as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the home page, which I think you said, Andrew, I think you said you're talking about
Like the
target
first one,
goals at the beginning.
yeah, like that first training, and it has the three
Mm-hmm.
goals. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it says goal not available to be checked off just yet, but it leaves the checkbox checked. Okay, let me take a look and make sure I understand your question and then tell you all the
Yeah.
things to think about. All right,
Exactly. So
so
I guess typically, right, you're not able to do this until like you're done, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure.
uh let me walk you
Yeah.
through kind of the options you've got.
Okay.
So here is a I'm on a home page, and again, as a test home page, it looks a little weird, but we've got
That's
an
yeah.
action block or a goal block right here.
Okay. Yeah.
And if we started from scratch, we could just drag one of these two action blocks over. Okay. So we
Okay.
could just drag it onto the page. But once we have it on the page, what we're going to do is edit the content.
Uh-huh.
That's going to bring us to a data menu. And just for a quick overview first, inside this block, we've got the three actions here.
Okay.
And notice we've got a drop down arrow to click and go inside and customize each action.
Yeah.
So that's where we'd find each action. And then if we wanted to customize the overall block, like the color or things like
Yeah.
that, that's all here too. So if we go into the first action, first thing we're going to do is we're going to want to give it a title and, of course, a description. And what you are asking about, Andrew, or at least the first piece you're asking about, is if we keep scrolling down inside this same action. So we've opened the drop-down menu for one action, and now we're scrolling down inside there. We're going to come down to action settings. Some of the options are how many points do we want to give this?
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
set up a celebration. And
Oh,
here is
cool.
what you're looking for.
Aha.
Buried
Yeah.
way in
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
This action is either completable anytime
Hmm.
or
Um,
it's completable on a specific date
okay.
or 10 days after the student joins or however many days after a certain amount of points. So this is
Yeah.
up to you, and you're going to set it how it makes sense. And obviously, the point is just to keep them from like coming in and getting all excited and saying, "Yeah, I finished my goals." I like just to kind of check things off to check
Right.
things because we know people like to do that.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily going to match the actual goal, right? Like maybe their goal
Yeah.
is something they put in, like I built a, I made a sale or something like that. So it's not like this is necessarily going to correspond to truly completing their goal.
Yeah, that's like so no, let's say it said like the first goal was I made a sale, the second one was I made 5 sales, and the third one was I made 10. Okay. I
Yeah.
want to, at least, that's my goal, right? So they click 10. Now they don't know, I mean, they don't know until the end if that's gonna happen, right? So like I don't understand the logic. So if they click it, they shouldn't get the points until they know they did do it. Like, but it's just the goal. So like, I don't quite get it really.
Okay, got it. So you want to word these in a way that is I did it. You can
Uh,
even make the label be I made my first sale. They shouldn't
okay.
be clicking it until they made their first sale.
Okay.
If they, we can't,
Yeah.
and we can't like technically stop them from clicking it sooner, except
Right.
kind of can stop them from just
Yeah.
doing it as soon as they hop in the course. But
Okay.
technically, there's no way to stop somebody from clicking a thing, but we can we can make it really clear that we are saying I made a sale.
So say my course has like say 63 trainings. Can I
Hmm.
make it that they can go like after the 63rd training, they can go like the points will become available for that? Like I don't know. What I did so far is I said, just think about these goals. Think about what you think you can practically do, like what you really think you can do. And then
Hmm.
I said, at the end of the course, you're going to go back and see what you did compared to what you thought you could do. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
that's a fantastic way to do it.
But
Remember,
then, yeah.
uh,
Oh, so
go
that
ahead.
then they shouldn't, I guess they should click it so they can remember what they did, but they're not good. I don't want them to get the points yet until like they finish the course. Like, I don't know.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
What you're talking about is you're wanting to make points very specific to actually having completed things. And there
Mm,
are loads and like literally dozens of ways in XP you can tie points very specifically to
okay.
completing a training, completing
Yeah.
a
An
group of
action.
trainings. You
Okay.
can do we do have an option here to make this based on a certain number of points. So
Mm,
yes, you could set it up that way
yeah.
if you want, but I think that probably what makes sense for what you're trying to do, Andrew, is to do all of the more specific, actually completed, actually finished
Mm,
in all the other ways in the course, because you're doing that as they go. Like they
yeah.
completed this, they finished that.
Right.
The point of the goals being right here on the home page is that it's right here on the home page to
Yeah.
remind them every single time I'm
Yeah.
here to. If this is causing a thing, make a point to them. This is to be checked off when you check it off when you've done it.
Yeah.
Like this,
Yeah. Okay.
that's the point. It's here
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
remind you what you're working for.
Right.
But
Okay.
because other than specifying points, we can't technically stop somebody from clicking a button.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the whole point of, as you know, how it works is to
Yeah.
give
Okay.
them the motivation.
Yeah. I think I have it. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Helping, making some kind of sense.
Yeah. Yeah. No, totally.
Here's
Yeah. 100%.
maybe this will help. You can customize the try again later message if you think
Yeah.
people are going to be doing this.
Ooh,
So,
okay. Yeah.
like, let's
Okay.
say if they're probably not going to get to their
Gotcha.
goal till
Perfect.
three-fourths through,
Yeah.
put it in your own words. We know you're excited, but hold your horses and do the work first and come
Yeah.
back, check this off.
That's perfect. Yeah. I wasn't sure if I could change. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
While we are here, I'll just mention two really important things about setting these up. The first is that you also have an option for these goal blocks to stay visible or not after the
Mm.
student does check them off.
Mm.
Obviously, really important because that's confusing if you don't know where they went. Um,
Yeah.
so if you want, once they check it off, if you want to clear off the screen and use the real estate in other ways,
Mm.
you
Okay.
can hide it.
Yeah. I think I like them look at seeing it, but just because, all right, yeah, I'm still on track or whatever, or, you know,
Yeah,
yeah.
cool.
Okay.
So
Thank you. Yeah.
visible, invisible. And then the other very, very important thing to remember about viewing something like this and about viewing literally any of your course is that you want to think about viewing it. If you really want to see exactly a student's experience, create a test student and
Mm.
view it as a test student.
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Did you? So we can see quite a lot through our admin preview, but if you
Mm.
have things like celebrations set up to trigger once
Yeah,
and not again, things like that won't
yeah,
be accurate, so to speak, because there's no way to track points in your admin preview.
yeah. I've changed
So,
my first name like 9 times now as a
okay.
student. Yeah, just so I could, make up new students.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, okay. And the last thing before we move on to talking about manually adding automations, having them unlock, accessing trainings, all the complex automation stuff. We'll get into it. But before we move away from here, I'll just also mention you can set up a celebration specifically tied to a checking off a goal. And the important thing to know about that is that you need to go into step 6 of your course first and actually create the celebration.
Oh, okay.
So go into step 6 like we were just looking at,
Yeah.
build a celebration like we just did.
Okay. And then,
Once it's built, it's in your back end.
there we go. Yeah.
And now you could choose to play a celebration when they check off this action.
Cool. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Making sense?
Yes.
Great. All right. Anything else about this before we launch into, you see, Judy wants to look at automations, which is perfect because we've actually been having a lot of questions coming up about troubleshooting automations lately. And that is a great, great thing to get into and get a deeper understanding of. So, if we're good with that, let's get into automations.
Can I essentially what I'm curious about mostly is
Mhm.
like which things are automatic and kind of already built in. Like I had thought originally that it would sort of sequentially unlock the trainings, and that oh, once you're in module 1, you do training 1, and that sort of automatically unlocks training 2 and sort of automatically unlocks training 3. And then I learned that actually that's not how it works, and that if I didn't want them to just have access to everything that I have said to have available immediately, that they just can skip around and go back and forth and not do it in order. And I want them to go through it in order.
Mhm.
And so I just wasn't clear. I think they get automatically tagged when they complete a module. Is that right? Like, does the system automatically tag them that they completed a module?
Great questions. Great questions.
Mm.
So the answer to everything is the system does not automatically do things. Every single thing that happens is based on what you set up. And there is so much customization available to what you can do that it can definitely get complex and potentially confusing, especially when you start building things out. But let's go through and look at some basics of what's important to know. And Judy, since you're here, I'll mention I just heard back. I don't usually deal with individual support issues on office calls, but Judy, I did just hear back from our SMS delivery vendor because you had a question about why a text wasn't sending. And I got an answer from them. It's because the word bud tender is in your text and carriers filter that. So they tracked that down all the way to the carrier level to see exactly why it was getting stopped. And it's because the word bud tender is triggering spam filters. So you
Okay,
will
well,
want
I'm like,
to,
that is literally in the URL of my course.
yeah, you're probably going
So,
to want to change that because that's not anything to do with XP. That is, I mean, it's not, we're simply talking about SMSs here. So it's up to you. If you do want to send SMSs to your students, that's not anything that XP is going to be able to override because we're talking about Verizon and T-Mobile
yeah,
and
no,
AT&T
I
having
understand that.
filters.
It's unfortunate because of course, like it thinks it has sent all of these and then I bought all of these credits that it's like using
I
up,
understand.
getting
Yeah.
zero value from
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Just,
Totally get
just
it.
quick, is
Yeah.
there any way you can like, I don't know if this would actually, trick the system, but is there any way you can kind of spell it in a funky way with kind of a symbol or something that in the word instead that would maybe throw it off enough to let it go through?
It's possible. It's possible. Sometimes spam filters are, will sort for very similar ones too, just like in
Mm.
email. It may be a possibility, but the truth is, you guys, SMS delivery is only getting more strict.
Mm.
The regulations are tighter. XP is constantly working on our side to stay in compliance with every country's regulations, which are different and changing. So it takes a lot to be able to reliably deliver SMS messages because laws are getting only increasingly strict. So that
So
is the
just
reality of what we're working with. And just know that if you're using a word that may trigger spam filters, that may happen.
So Rachel, just like, well, maybe we should just talk about this over our email because I don't, whatever. But I wanted to stop using up these credits if it's not actually ever
Yes,
going to
definitely
send
turn
anything.
off your
How do
SMS messages to not use any more credits. And Judy, I'll follow up with you by email. We'll definitely look at what you've sent and make sure you are taken care of with your credits and so forth. So for everybody's info, just be aware if you send an SMS with something that may trigger spam, it may trigger spam, and that's out of our control. So with that, Judy, you mentioned, yeah, the bottom line about Judy was asking, not knowing what automatically unlocks. And the bottom line is that you are going to set up everything based on how you want to set it up. So, for example, if you want um, your students to access one training after another, and you don't want them to access everything at once, the first thing you're going to need to do is set all of your trainings to either leave locked or to a future release date. If a training is available immediately, it's going to be available immediately. This is the first rule right here. So if your trainings are available, they are available. If you want to release them in the future, you can set up a release date based on a future date or based on various options like X days after they've joined. Or you can also set them to a leave locked training. That means that it's only going to be available based on you unlocking it for them in some way, like through an automation.
Can I just ask a specific question about that? So basically, so what I want the trainings to do is I want them all left locked except for module 1, training 1. Is that right? So they all should be leave locked, but then I apply a tag to them, say when they complete training 1 that says like training 1 completed, then I have to set an automation that says unlock training 2 when the tag training 1 completed is applied, but I would leave the training locked. Is
Okay,
that
I'm going
right?
to need you to break this down to more like one specific question because that's kind of a long sequence. What's the piece that you're not clear on?
Okay, so you were saying that if I don't want someone to be able to like skip around and I want everything to be unlocked in order, basically I would have all of the trainings as leave locked. And then I would have to create an automation that, like, when training 1 is complete, they get tagged something, right? And then, in order for them to unlock training 2, I would have to create an automation that is when they receive this tag, which I applied to them when they completed training 1. Now it would be like unlock training 2 when tag training 1 completed is applied. Is that right?
Yes, you can do that.
And so I just have to do that for every single training. And so now everything is left locked. Now, once they do that one time, so let's say, okay, they complete training 1. I do this whole tagging thing and unlocking thing. Now because they have that tag, they would be able to go back and look at stuff that has already been unlocked, right?
Correct.
It's not like then it would relock back up again. They would still have that tag, so they would still be able to go back and look at everything. So I think I understand that essentially now it's like between every training, I essentially have 2 automations. One in which they get tagged, and then the next one is because they have that tag, it unlocks the next thing. Is that right?
You can do that. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I get it.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
so nothing is automatic. And now I understand that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You will set up what you want to happen. To continue with going through how this works, if we had set these all to leave locked, and I won't take the time to set them all right now, or if we even set them all to a future release date, what I could do is I could set things up so they have a future release date, but I want students to be able to access the trainings right away if they complete the last one. So once I have set up the future release dates for my trainings, I'm going to go into my course settings and I'm going to go into settings and I'm going to toggle on binge mode. A link to a help doc that goes through all the details of like exactly how this works. You can read that here, but we'll toggle on binge mode. This option allows you to make the next training available immediately. Yes, turn it on. So now if I have training set up for a future release date, binge mode will override that and make it available because the student has completed the previous one. You'll notice that there is a separate training here, and this is because, again, everything is up to you exactly how you want to set it up. Sometimes people have some trainings they want to be unlocked, but maybe there's a special bonus that they don't want it to be unlocked in the regular sequence. So you can set locked content up separately to have its own, it has its own option to be unlocked as part of binge mode or not. So basically, everything is up to how you want to set it up. And yes, it does get complex when you get into all these layers, but that is because you've got options for all the ways you want to do it. And if this is more complicated than you need to get right now, don't worry about any of this. Just know that you've got loads of options. So, we making sense so far on automatic release, training, leave locked binge mode. And let me see. All right. Okay, cool. Have students be able to refer someone to the course and get a credit or gift card for doing so. How can I give them a unique affiliate link when they sign up for the course? Perfect. Okay. So here is the overview to this question. You can do basic affiliate tracking in Experientify. If you are planning to make affiliate shares a significant or ongoing part of your business and your ecosystem, I would recommend looking at Go Plus for options to do it much more in-depth and automatically. XP does have the ability to create a link for you. It's pretty basic, and I'll show you what you can do. But just know that Go Plus can do quite a bit more. It's one of the things the tool is designed to do. So if you want it to, especially like if you want things to happen automatically, if you want everyone to get a unique link, I'm going to suggest heading over to Go Plus for
Okay.
more in depth. But that said, I definitely want to show you what we can do. And
And does
question,
that integrate pretty nicely? I mean, is it crazy hard to do, or is it pretty?
Go Plus and XP integrate with a plugin. You don't need to do anything other than like click a connection thing.
Okay, cool.
Yes, Go Plus is another tool to learn. I don't wanna, sugarcoat.
No,
It's there's plenty to it. It's not, from my experience, it's not simple, but it is
Right.
It's quite an extensive tool with a lot of powerful features.
Cool.
We've got support, we've got training for you.
Yeah.
The Go Plus team will absolutely help you all the way through. So if, Andrew, you seem like you're pretty savvy and on top of picking up tools. So it's certainly, I don't want to make it sound like it's like a hard thing. I just want to be realistic for anybody who's watching. Yes, it's another tool to learn, but yes, it can do incredibly powerful things and it can take care of your affiliates. So with that whole disclaimer, in XP, if we go to your, oh my goodness, where is our affiliate links? I'm going to go to our help doc here because that's going to pull up everything. So what we want is actually affiliate tracking in XP. We don't, being an affiliate for XP is a simple thing. You all have a link already if you want to share XP and get a 30% commission. But we're going into affiliate tracking here. And this doc is going to just show you how to create a custom link for your order form, or you can do the same thing for your sales page, and it will track when they go through from your sales page to your order form. So it's just going to look like this. This is the URL of my course.
Regular, okay.
I'm going to add this on the end, question mark, REF equals Andrew_Mason.
Okay.
So a link for you would look exactly like that. If I were making you an affiliate for my course, I would make that link. I would send it to you. I would say, here you go, Andrew. Share this with your people, and you will get credit for anyone who
Mhm.
signs up here. Now, this in XP, the payouts don't happen automatically. I would be responsible for manually tracking this. And the way I'm going to know this is I'm going to go to my students section
I see.
and I'm going to see a column here and I'm going to go, oh, okay, this person was referred by Andrew. That means I'm responsible for making sure I pay Andrew whatever I promised I would pay him. So, does that make sense? It's
Yes.
pretty
Can it
straightforward.
insert their name? Like, can I make it so that it inserts like their name when they sign up for the course, say they're on the order page, they put that's my name, whatever. Can then it automatically take that and go to put it in as their name in the ref? In other words, can it be
Sorry.
automatic? Like once they sign up, they get a link.
Oh, when a student signs up to your Experienceify course,
Right.
you want that student to automatically get a referral link.
Right. So should that be Go Plus, you think, or
I am sure there is some way to do that that is over my head technically, at least in this moment. In
yeah,
Go
it is.
Plus, you can likely do something like that natively. So
Okay.
I would even just bring that question to a Go Plus office hours
Yeah. Okay.
or and just ask, can I
Or yeah,
uh,
maybe it has something with Stripe because I'm using Stripe as my pay, whatever the heck. You
that's
know.
where I'm like, I have no doubt there's a way to automate it
Yeah.
between the sign up and XP, but at least in this second, it's beyond my capacity to guide
Yeah,
you.
no, I understand. Yeah, because it would be
So,
nice just to have it there, even if I don't, because then later on in the courses, when I introduce, I say, hey, by the way, now that you've gotten to this point, you've got some experience, you can tell other people and they could sign up and you could get a little bonus. You could get like, so then, oh, and by the way, and here's the link to do that. Here's your special link, like whatever. So that's kind of how I want it to do is to play out later in the course when they've gotten to a certain point where they can essentially sell it for me in a way by being an example, so
100%, 100%. I mean, if you just want to do it manually at the moment, just
mm,
tell them, hey, want to do this? Reply to this email for
okay.
your special
Yeah.
link, or even give them a button in the course because,
Okay.
people like to press buttons
Oh yeah.
and be like, want to be an affiliate? Click this button. And then
Okay.
that button can send you an email that
Okay, perfect.
says, Rachel clicked that she's interested in an affiliate.
And I'm gonna set it up. Yeah.
You or your VA goes in, creates a link, and emails it back.
Right.
So that's the kind of quick and dirty way to do it.
Okay,
Or
yeah. Perfect.
Go
Yeah.
Plus can very, very likely
All
do
right.
it
Yeah.
better.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. And Judy is asking about two courses communicating on the same forum. Yes, I will demo that. I let some folks into my course before it was completed, and I want to start fresh with a duplicate course, but I want these folks to all be communicating with each other in the same forum. No problem at all. This is easy to set up. I'm going to hop into our forum.
Oh yeah. Forum.
All right, so quick overview of the forum here. We have groups, within groups, we have spaces, and within spaces, people can post. I'm in a test space now. So, when you set up a new group, let's go back to our home. I'm going to go ahead and start from scratch. And what I want to do here is I want to create a space where students of multiple courses can communicate. So I'm going to start by hovering over this little plus sign to create a group. I'm going to give my group a name. And right here, I'm going to decide who should be able to see this group. You've got one single forum, but within that one single forum, you have groups that will be visible or invisible based on what you've decided. So if somebody comes in, they of course won't see a group that doesn't apply to them. They will only see what they're supposed to see. So if I want it to apply to students of two different courses, I'll click Students of Courses and I'll select the courses that I want it to apply to. If I want to get even more specific than that, I can give it to students with tags. And I can tag, maybe I have, I don't know what the use case is, but a group of students from one course and another course. And for some reason, I want to combine them in their own forum. Students with tags, I can choose or create a tag and then assign that tag to all of the students who I want to see this course.
Hmm.
So, Judy, let me know if that helps, if that takes care of what you need.
Yes, totally.
That does it?
Yep.
Awesome. Forum is super flexible like that. You can create these permissions at the group level. And by the way, if, again, I don't know what the use case is here, but if you wanted to get even more fine-grained, maybe you have everyone in these two courses in this group. But then maybe within the group you have different spaces and you need some of these people to see one space and some to see another space.
Mhm. Oh,
You can narrow it down even further. So within this group, do you want everyone to see this space? Or do you just want people with a tag to see this particular space in this particular group?
quick
So,
question, relating to that. Can people join the group but not have their name show up? Can they use like a
great question.
pseudonym or something or whatever?
Great question. They would do that. They would need to do that by um, modifying their profile,
Okay.
their student profile. And that's a really good point to bring up. If this is something that's, maybe a concern or you want to be thoughtful about, especially, depending on topic, you can let your students know, when they join or before they join the forum, hey, if you want to go into your student profile and let's see if I can, I'm in an admin preview here. So it's going to look a little bit different, but I'm going to go ahead and switch screens so I can show you a student view. So I'm going to copy my magic link. I'm going to hop into a different browser, open a private window, and I've just copied and pasted my magic link for this funny looking test course. But this looks like what a student will see, and up here they'll have their icon with their name. They can go to their profile, and I could name myself whatever I want.
Okay.
Maybe I just want to go by my initials. Maybe I want to make up a name.
Perfect.
And RH is now what people will see when
Okay.
they when I post.
Excellent. Okay, yeah, thank you. That's perfect.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
A really, really good point. And Andrew, you asked to create an age verification checkbox on the order page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's in my terms, like people have to be 18 plus for my course, just for, it's a weird reason, but it's just whatever. So I don't want them to have to go
Totally.
all the way through there and then you're just like, oh, wait a minute. I just paid you, but now I can't be a member, So, yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Lots of customization we can do on the order form. Let's look at
Mhm.
where the best place to
Yeah, I
do
was
it.
looking, but I don't know. I couldn't quite figure it out.
And again, just for the record and for people watching, Go Plus also has its own deeper level of customizations for things like order forms, especially if this isn't what we're talking about specifically, but when we're talking about like order bumps and like multi-step
Mm,
sales pages and getting more complex in your actual order sign up process, Go
okay.
Plus is where to go for all of that. But again, lots of silly test blocks on here. If we're just talking about adding an age verification, I feel like we should be able to do that pretty easily. I
Yeah, just
have,
really just like I certified that I am over 18 years. Click.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
for me to know and then for them to know, like, don't even pay the
Don't
money
even
because I'm gonna have to give you a refund and.
exactly. Let's look at where the best place to do this would be. I just put in an
Mm,
order block since I had deleted it. I'm
mm,
editing the content of my order form block.
mm.
Got my right column and left column data, and I'm going to go into the right column because this is where I would show things like
Yeah,
terms
okay.
and conditions, and I've got a separate one for data processing, which I could customize, which we might make use
Oh,
of.
uh-huh.
Just want to see how this would look. See, this is built in as, for example, a lot of, especially our European friends need a GDPR statement,
Mhm.
but technically we could, just in case you wanted to, I'm just looking at what like looks best on the form here.
Ah, I see. Okay, wow.
So we've got, if you wanted to have two separate, like really punch this one out, I'll just
Hmm.
say that's one option. And
Hmm.
you've already got your terms there. Of course, it could be in the terms,
Yeah.
which comes up in either a pop-up or a link to a page.
Yeah, my stuff's all linked because it's very extensive. So
It's pretty in-depth, yeah.
yeah, I just
So
serve it. I serve it from another place and I just boom, it's like whatever, but
perfect,
and it's in
yeah.
there too, you know, but like, yeah, I just want to make sure that they don't go, oh man, I just,
Oh, that was in there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, you can also always customize the text on your order form. So you could put if it was like a real big red light, you could even put it in the
Uh,
description. You could put it, anywhere on here. But
okay.
I'm thinking
Yeah, that looks good though there. I mean, at least they'll
popping it out
just,
right here might
yeah.
be.
And can I change the size of that and all that stuff? Is that possible, you think?
I would expect that if you know or have someone who knows how to work with CSS code, you should be
Uh,
able to change that.
okay.
Our team can always do customized CSS for you
Oh,
if you
okay.
want to hire.
It'd be nice to get a physical check just so I like they can't say, "Oh, I didn't see it," like I didn't see that, like oh, but you check the box, like
Well,
you know what I
this
mean?
one will require a check as it
Oh, okay.
stands now. Yeah,
Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, even better. Okay, yeah.
I think this might not let me preview because, yeah, I
Okay.
don't have a
Yeah, yeah.
payment thing connected to this course, but
Right, right. Okay.
this will require a
Okay.
checkbox before moving
Perfect.
forward. So
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that way, it's
Mhm.
not that nobody can be like, "Oh," which they might. "Oh, I didn't see it," whatever. Yeah. Anyway,
totally.
okay, great. Perfect.
Whew, all right, you all. Great questions. How are we doing? Got some stuff to go on?
I got more questions, but I don't
You
know if
got
we have
more
more time.
questions? Okay. come back next week, or just email your question, send your question to support. If you don't know, we also have a chat bot that does a pretty darn good job at answering things. But if you don't get the answer, just click the Get More Help button, and it will go through to a person. But chatbot can give you lots of instant answers. Your help center can also give you
Hmm.
lots of instant answers, or just send a message through, and we'll get you taken care of.
Yes, I know. I'm the bane of Marina's existence.
I'm sure not. I'm sure not.
Oh.
No. All right. Awesome stuff, you all. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
being here.
Appreciate it.
I will see you next week if you want to hop on in evening hours US time, and have a fantastic week till then. Build great stuff. Take good care.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Thank
Bye.
you.